friends, come on in, take your shoes off, have a seat, and consider staying a while by clicking that subscribe button. So tonight I wanted to share a recipe that we have been making a lot lately. As you guys know, I've been really into emergency preparedness lately, and I have what I call a rotating pantry. So when I stock up on food, I make sure it's food that we will eat and that I can replace it then afterwards. So that way nothing gets wasted, nothing gets out of date, and we save money. This recipe you can make for under $6 and it will feed 4 to 6 people depending on how hungry everybody is.
So for the bulk of this meal, you're going to need these 4 ingredients. I'm going to tell you 2 ways to make this because it's just going to depend on your budget. But for both, you need at least these 4 ingredients. So we need a half of a yellow onion. I paid 56 cents for this entire onion, so we're just going to say 26 cents for the half. Then you're going to need a bag of frozen mixed veggies of your choice. I found this Asian medley for 99 cents at Walmart, and I find that's pretty typical of frozen vegetables. You can generally find them for pretty cheap in the frozen section. You can obviously do cans or even fresh vegetables, but if you are on a budget, look in the frozen section because that's where your deals are going to be at. You're also going to need 2 bricks of ramen. You can use any type of ramen you want. I do suggest the chili kind because I think it flavors this dish really well, or the beef kind because we are using a pound of ground beef. I found this ground beef at our local butcher and I got it for $3.50, which is actually pretty comparable to either Meijer or Walmart. It's pretty typical for their prices and really good for a local butcher. And the ramen was on sale at Walmart too for 99 cents, which I think is like a normal sale for that anyway. So that gives us a grand total of $5.74. For those of you who don't have any more funds to spend, this is going to be a fantastic meal anyway. All you're going to do is you're going to throw your vegetables in the microwave to the cook time on the back. Then you're going to remove the seasoning packets from the ramen. You're only going to use 1 of the seasoning packets for the meat. So chop up your onion, throw your beef in the pan with your onion, put a chili packet on it, and that will flavor your meat just fine. Once your noodles and your vegetables are cooked, throw those on top of the ground beef and onion, sprinkle in the rest of the chili seasoning, stir it in, let it cook for a little bit, and you have an amazing meal. It's flavorful, it's nutritious, and it's way better than just eating plain ramen. For those of you who might have some more money to spend, or you already have items in your pantry, I'm going to show you a really amazing sauce that makes this taste like a restaurant stir fry. So I feel like these are pretty basic items. I feel like most people would have these in their pantry. You're just going to need soy sauce. I use the light kind. You're going to need garlic, apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, and sriracha. I am going to toss my frozen ground beef in the microwave and put it on the defrost setting. I'm then going to start to peel the rest of my onion and chop it up. For the sauce, you need 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and 1/4 tablespoon of garlic, and stir it all together until well combined. All right, so next we want to get our ramen going. If you are doing the first recipe without the sauce, you're going to need both seasoning packets. If you're doing the recipe with the sauce, you're only going to need 1. In both recipes, you will use the seasoning packet to flavor your meat. Now, I typically make my ramen in just a big bowl, and I toss water over it and throw it in the microwave, but you can also cook this over a boiling pot on the stove. Either way will cook your noodles, but just make sure you set aside at least 1 of your packets. And since I'm making mine with the sauce, I will just save the other seasoning packet for a different recipe. They actually are really versatile and good to keep, so don't throw those away because you could use it in another meal. If you have a wok, go ahead and use that. I've heard that it helps like flavor it or whatever, but I'm not fancy, so I'm just going to use a big old frying pan, and I am going to toss my onion and my ground beef in this, turn the stove on high, and I am just going to let this simmer and start to brown. Now is when you are going to take that chili seasoning packet and we are going to just sprinkle it in to our meat to flavor it. It's literally the cheapest seasoning you can get, and there's so much salt in it that it flavors the meat really, really well. So we're just going to stir that in and mix it in and make sure that it covers the entire dish. Pull your ramen out and put your frozen vegetable bag in, and then also turn down the stove to low as your meat is probably already browned and we don't want the onion or the meat to burn. Now we want to drain the ramen noodles, the water out of it. I will usually leave a little bit of water in it. My rule of thumb is I'll drain it until I can't see any of the water unless I tilt the dish side to side and there's a little bit left in there, but there wouldn't be any standing water left in it. Not enough to soak the dish. You don't want any soggy noodles going on. Pour your cooked vegetables into your ground beef and onion and stir that around. Then add in your ramen noodles and stir that really well. And last but not least, we are going to add the sauce. And if you're not doing the sauce, this is where you're going to add your other ramen seasoning packet. I would mix the ramen seasoning packet with a little bit of water so that way it goes a little bit further and kind of creates more of a sauce. If I were making it, I would add it 1/3 cup of water with the seasoning, and I think that it would flavor it really, really well and still taste amazing. And there you have it, you guys. A very cheap, very sustainable meal with lots of flavor, and I don't think you guys will be disappointed at all. Now, my favorite part is to eat it.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It's free, it only takes a second, and it really helps this channel out. Make sure to comment down below what you think of this recipe, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!